And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, what's that I hear? What? We can't start just yet.
On the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly. Score a touchdown, 1, 2,
1, 2, 3.
Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Super Bowl 52.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Holy shit. It is good to be back, everyone. It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Big J. Oakerson. Dan Soder off doing his billions thing today. We're getting to the end, though. We're almost there. It's almost over. And we're going to have Dan back full-time, all the time, barring any incurable illnesses. But I'm here. We have a guest host who's en route, I guess. Anybody get a word at all?
In the building.
He's what?
He's walking back now.
Oh, perfect. It's Louis J. Gomez going to be joining us here in a minute. But everyone else is here. You hear that voice? Christine, Lou, Jacob. We're missing one black Lou. We're down one Lou. If you have to be down one Lou, Jacob, in your opinion, which Lou's better to have out? Black Lou or white Lou? Keep in mind, this is in the middle of the Time's Up movement.
We need Lou on the board. Who can work those keys better than him?
Shit, you were supposed to say I can't choose. It's like children. You should have just made a very easy decision.
Nope, he chose me.
He really did.
Oh, Lou's right here.
Without hesitation. Yeah, but Black Lou's probably listening. What's he doing right now? Is he on a silent retreat or something?
He's awake.
He's awake? Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. Hey! No time like the present. It's Louis J. Gomez, everybody, joining us on the Bonfire.
What up, doggy?
It's my co-host today. Go over in that corner there, Louis.
Over there?
Yeah, we sit across from each other so we could talk like adults. The rattlesnake. Oh, the rattlesnake is in the building, everybody. He's ready to strike.
That's the baby that I'm touching.
Go in the corner.
Okay.
So right across from each other. You can even bring up the computer and have a call screen. You just missed me playing the Eagles fight song.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
What?
On the road to victory.
What? Have we been friends this long?
Yeah. I have no idea
Why you
how
know
I
that?
know that. I swear to God, it just came to me.
I believe you. It's just something
man.
that's like you learned it in your sleep and you wake up one day, you're like, do I just do the Eagles fight song?
I want to fight a black person right now. I feel good.
Louis, really any minority will do.
That's really true.
That town is getting ready to explode. No matter what. No matter what happens, it's going to explode.
Well, I was talking to Ari about this earlier because he's doing Philly this weekend. And
good weekend for it, man. They're going to be pumped. Just a pumped, happy city.
Well, here's what's going to happen, okay? The Eagles are going to win or they're going to lose. It doesn't matter. There's going to be a riot afterwards in the streets of Philadelphia. And what's going to happen is in the middle of it, like while all the races have come together to riot for either the victory or the defeat, at one point, there's going to be some 15-year-old black kid that goes, wait a minute. We're not supposed to be rioting with these white people. And then it's going to turn into a race riot. And I predict the city will burn Sunday night.
You're saying race riot in that the blacks will ultimately turn on the whites in the middle of this.
Oh, yes, because the whites were never really with the blacks to begin with.
No, but everyone, it's a weird embracing time for the city. Win or lose, it's like Philadelphia's 9/11, whereas like the city really comes together, works hard. Except, I will say the big thing, I kind of forgot. I heard they were greasing all the telephone poles in Philadelphia so people didn't climb them. That's what happened last time they won the World Series. People climbed the telephone poles.
I thought this was just a hilarious thing to watch people try to climb greased telephone poles.
Well, whereas funny, the reason they don't want people up there is not because people climbing telephone, they don't really care about that. It's that as soon as people get on telephone poles, everybody else just pegs beer bottles at them.
Yeah. As
to
they
try
should.
to knock them off of the pole.
Yeah. Here, take a Yingling, dickhead.
Yeah. Sam Adams, you fuck. You fat cunt wife. Ping. Yeah, it is going to be the city's going to burn Sunday night. I hope it doesn't. I hope the Eagles win, and I hope it goes.
You obviously took off
fun
of work. You're not going to be doing any comedy or anything Sunday, right?
No.
This is a big fucking. Have they been to the Super Bowl in your lifetime?
Yeah. They've been 2 times in 1980, which I was too young to give a shit, and then in 2004, and they lost. Same game to the Patriots. Same team, and then
this is it.
And then Tom Brady also was still there.
Did you talk about Tom Brady walking off a show?
No, recently
he walked off a radio show, WEEI.
Why did he walk off?
Some awful show that he does apparently on Monday. He's a regular on the show.
Yeah.
One of the hosts apparently called his 5-year-old daughter an annoying pissant on another show.
Holy shit.
And he comes on the show and he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do this show anymore.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I absolutely fucking get it. The guy called Tom Brady's daughter a pissant.
Yeah, 5-year-old daughter. Which is a little weird because I guess Tom Brady does an online, like a Facebook, like the life of Tom Brady, where you have to like watch like him fucking hang out.
It's weird to attack the children of anybody and stuff. I find that so bizarre when someone does that. It happens though, man.
But I mean, look,
a lot more than you'd think.
Cute little girl too. Look at that.
Well, it's the child of Giselle Bunchins or whatever the fuck her name is and Tom Brady. She's gonna be alright looking.
Yeah.
If she was ugly, they would have got her plastic surgery already.
Where's the Olsen twin countdown clock for her?
For a toddler?
What's 13 years from now? What year is 13 years?
Shit. Oh, speaking of someone, being mistreated in radio, I gotta bring up Lewis a little bit here of, this thing we have going on.
Oh, are they trying to get a fucking radio war?
With the show in here before us.
Who are they?
John Fugelsang.
John Fugelsang.
Once again, treating us like bitches. I came in today, I had to clean this place like I was a fucking Guatemalan immigrant. I mean, big coffee spills all over the table. That if Dan was here, he puts his book bag down there, he wouldn't have seen that. He would have had sticky coffee over his book bag.
Pull up Fugelsang's face on the screen.
Every time,
watch him stare down
every
at Big
time.
J.
No, did you bring up his thing? Let me show you what I walk into every day when I come in here and clean this place like a fucking.
Oh, dude, he has just the hair
that picture's looking at me it's on that whole screen is that picture.
He has the hair that you want.
Yeah, he's like, clean it, piggy. Go on, clean it. Why don't you lick it up? You probably want it, don't you? You probably want it, piggy boy. Oh, his asshole face bugs the shit out of me.
I don't know, John. I've met him a few times. He does stand up, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Is the stand up good? Have you ever heard it?
Huh?
Have you ever heard of stand up?
No. Did we watch it on here before?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sure it's everything you're thinking.
Yeah.
It's a political comic.
Oh, dude, I hate political comics. Everyone I've ever met.
Every single one of them. No exclusions. Yeah, he does. He treats us, he leaves, I'm pulling tissues and shit out of my, headphone plug bin, whatever the fuck you would call this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they leave the place all shitty. And then like, Jacob and Lou here are terrified of this guy. They see him in the hallways.
Why are you guys so... Because I will say they did... When I called them Fugelsang, they both looked at each other
Oh my
like,
God.
Here we go.
Jacob already started penning an apology letter.
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
He's treating us like assholes,
Yeah,
Jacob.
and also he gets it. He's a comedian. He has a sense of humor. He doesn't care if we call him Fugelsang over and over and over again on the
Lou?
show.
Here's something you don't know, Lewis.
Don't call me Lou. I'm Lewis.
I know. Lewis, let me tell you something you don't know. He has no sense of humor about it.
Impossible.
No sense of humor.
He's a stand-up comedian and Sirius XM radio personality.
Uh-huh.
All he has is a sense of humor. That's all he has left.
He has no sense of humor about
Impossible.
this.
Get him on the horn right now.
He is upset because our fans say things to him, like clean up the studio and
Fugelsang.
shit. Yeah.
Guys, listen, I mean this.
No one said Fugelsang,
Do
but
not tweet Fugelsang at him. That's ridiculous. Nobody do that. That's crazy. What type of asshole would do that?
just know if you do it, he's gonna speak to us again. And we don't want to talk to him anymore. It's horrible.
He looks like the puppet that somebody has, like a ventriloquist uses.
It looks like he should have a puppet of himself.
Yeah.
Like that should be his act.
But he's like too rude.
Oh, one of our favorite things we've ever done. We were in that studio through that porthole there before. And he was in this studio here. And we spent a half hour just like filling in what he was probably saying. It's a weird visual thing for a radio show, but people seem to enjoy it.
No, they get it, dude.
They totally get it.
And we're just kidding, obviously. Everything we said in this show is a joke. So I guess here's a problem. In this day and age, you have to fucking preface every bit and everything. It's like, we're just kidding. We really respect John Fugelsang and we want him to prosper. So back to everything that we hate.
No.
This is real. You hate him.
No, I don't hate him at all. He doesn't respect us for some reason, and he always says he's not going to do shit like this, and then he comes in with like a kind of a weird, like, I like you guys, I don't know what the problem is here, and we're like, well, ultimately we're doing radio, so it's funnier to air this grievance on the air.
Right.
And it sort of wasn't anything at first, but from that, when he kept coming in and going like, I don't know, your fans keep saying like, I don't like you guys and something like that. And I'm like, dude, like, come on the show and do this if you want. You know what I mean? Like,
does he refuse to come on the show?
Oh, he'll never come on the show. There's not a chance.
Why not?
He, like, face downs us when he comes out of the studio. If we ever cross paths, he does not want to talk.
People don't want drama anymore for some reason.
He likes Soder far more than me. In the likability Olympics here, Soder wins every time.
Everybody likes Soder more than you.
Yeah.
It's Dan Soder.
Yeah. He couldn't be more likable.
Yeah. We're in a weird time now because we don't celebrate bullying the same way that we used to.
We used to really celebrate it?
When we were, like, no, you remember there was a game when we were, like, maybe in, like, the first year of college, like, late high school. It was a game where you were the bully. It was called Bully, I believe. And the whole game was you would go around in this PS...
The video game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you would just fuck up nerds.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a different time. We celebrated that thing. Like, we've lost, you know what's really been lost? Like, nut checking your buddies.
I'm fine with that. But I'm okay with that being lost. However, I do say, and I've had this argument a lot. Not that I want anyone to be bullied. Someone who's a kid, also, I don't want her to be bullied ever. You know, I would never want her to be a bully. But there is a life lesson in dealing with a bully or being a bully who gets, you know, someone stands up to you and kicks your ass. There's life lessons in that.
Of course.
There really are. I don't know if sheltering someone from that completely is a good thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, more than anything else, you want people to be able to figure out how to get through life. And no, you don't want people to be bullied, you don't want people to be physically attacked, but you want people to be able to grease those wheels and communicate and be able to figure out how to get what they want out of life without everybody going like, hey, the deck should be even, everyone should have the same cards, everybody's beautiful, everybody's perfect. That's just not the reality. So
that's being presented to kids only now.
When life hits you in the face and it's not that way, you don't have the skills to get you through that, you know, and it's everything. It's people, you know, kids playing video games or kids being on their cell phones, kids using social media or Facebook to communicate their ideas.
But the idea
to be able to edit your ideas and your thoughts over and over and over again until they're perfect is crazy. That's the way everyone communicates now, whereas before you used to just kind of fuck up and learn not to say stupid shit.
Isn't it crazy though that a bully in your school, there was like a handful of them maybe, you know, like one per grade or one every couple grades had like a bully or somebody, you know, who was like kind of known as like that guy who kind of fuck with you. And now, and everyone else was kind of like, and people, especially the victims of him, were the ones, you know.
I don't feel like there was any bullies.
Even when you see that kid in the video who got bullied, you know, that famous video that happened not too long ago, I forget his name. They found his mom was racist or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, look at the speech.
Even that kid, it's so funny, like...
The kid who should be bullied?
Yeah, they give those speeches, you know, those...
You've got a hair lip and a lisp.
Those sad speeches are so, dealing with, like, your particular situation. You know, it's like, this shouldn't happen to people. People shouldn't do this to other people. But the amount of what you would call a bully in the world has gone up exponentially with social media.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, a guy who couldn't fight anybody, like a real, just like a fucking pencil dick, fucking skinny, scrawny guy who's afraid of fighting, can technically be a bully if he wants to just go online and call people.
They are. I mean, the internet trolls, the faceless internet trolls, what do you think they are? Do you think they're fucking tough guys?
That's my point.
No, and once again, they get to
opportunistic.
They're not even actually clever. They get to be clever after multiple editing processes and fucking, it's not the same thing. It was weird, like, when I was in elementary school and middle school, there wasn't really, like, the kid who was the bully per se. It was like, there was kids, I was bullied by certain kids, but it wasn't like, there was one fucking like, oh, there's fucking, you know, Meathead Jake. He's the kid you don't fucking cross or he's gonna take your lunch money.
Meathead Jake. He was a toughie.
But it was like, there's one kid, Sean Stanley, when I was in elementary school, kind of bullied me. But really, like, I might have been bullying other kids and he might have been standing up for those kids. Now that I think about it,
I mean, more likely.
He might have been a hero.
Actually, I was a bully, and this guy was pretty awesome.
Sean Stanley, most likely to succeed.
Yeah.
Everyone's friend.
He went on to become a vigilante, solving crimes that people that the professionals called cold cases. He would pick them up and solve them for sad families. He's returned 3 lost children to their homes.
Sean Stanley was really a good guy.
Sean Stanley was a fantastic...
Dude,
he
he bullied me, but I remember one day I stood up to him. I'm going to stand up to him. One day I just kind of closed my eyes, bit down and swung, and I hit him in the 5th grade, and then he fell and started crying, but then he started getting, like, angry and started, like, crying and, like, heaving, like, getting himself more furious.
Oh, the Hulk out.
Oh, yeah, then I just ran from him. He was a black kid, dude.
Yeah, there's nothing like an autistic beating you catch from somebody who's, like, crying and angry.
If you're willing to cry in the 5th grade publicly, you're gonna fuck somebody up.
Oh yeah, you'll also bite a motherfucker's nose off. If you'll cry in public, you will bite his goddamn nose off.
It's a different thing though, because now, you know, you look at little kids, you know, I got a 5-year-old son, and it's
bully.
Like, I teach him to bully.
Raging bully. But
no, it's like, you know, there's this weird balance of like, all right, I want him to be a man, but you still want him to be somewhat fucking sensitive. You don't want him to just be like, I don't want my kid to be like pig-headed, like, you know, I almost teach my son the same way that like lesbian SJWs teach their kids. Like the way, from my son's perspective.
Melissa Etheridge lyrics?
Yeah. I'm like, what if God was one of us?
That's Joan Osborne.
Just a stranger on the bus.
Get your dykes in order, Lewis.
It don't matter, man. They're dykes. They ain't going to heaven. Sorry for the religious fans that just checked out.
Probably we have a very large religious contingent.
But no, I try to teach him that way. Like, if you listen to what I teach my son, it's like that kumbaya horseshit, everyone's equal. I would never tell my 5-year-old son that, like...
You go to the park and you're like, we're Puerto Ricans. Those are Dominicans. They are less than us. Those are the black people. They are less than everybody. Those are Mexicans. I don't even call those people. That's just Mexicans. They are their own
Indians.
thing.
Ew. That's
There's fat people. There's the uglies.
There's the fat Indians. Imagine what they smell like.
You are better than all of this.
Except that white family. You see that white family right there, son?
That's what you take your mother's great hair and you aspire to be.
No, but I really do teach my kid, like, fucking, you know, like, I would never, like, if my son wanted to wear a fucking bow in his hair, he would be allowed to wear a bow in his hair.
Yeah?
Yeah. 100%. If he really wanted to wear a little fucking pink bow in his hair, okay, and be a fucking real faggle about it, I would allow him to do that.
Wear a bow, pour coffee all over a desk.
Disrespect Jay.
Not really care about where your used napkins are all over the
bonfire like the piece of shit that it is.
Yeah, I got it. Just wearing a bow and doing all that, huh?
He really could have Fugelsang hair if he really tried.
A bow?
I wouldn't want it, but yeah, if you really wanted to. I wouldn't go, nah, bows are for girls, sorry, that's it, sorry. Like, and it's weird.
Would you give him a speech about what he's about to deal with at school?
No, because he doesn't go to that type of school. He goes to kind of
a gay school?
He goes to Cock University.
He goes to the University of that dick. UDD.
It's just all gay subjects.
UDD. University of that dick.
Sucking off your boyfriend.
Edging.
Sucking off your boyfriend in front of another guy because it's a Friday.
Edging. Docking.
Docking and edging. There we go.
A way to throw your hook around a big shit.
Cock you.
Cock you. That is a good school. Wear a bow all day. No one even sees your head. I never see your head anyway.
You're always sucking another dude's dick.
Oh, just buried in some guy's bag. How much is this school?
I graduated with honors from Cock U.
Cock U.
Shit.
Super Cock U.
I mean, like, maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe if it was a bow, I'd figure out a way to convince him not to wear that bow.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be in a way of like, oh, dude, you're not fucking gay. You're not wearing a fucking bow.
No, but that's almost more, I'm just saying, like, I completely get it. If he was like, I like boys, you're like, fine.
I
don't think you have a problem with that, but I mean, if he was like, I like boys, Dad, and I want to wear panties, he'd be like, come on, buddy.
I watched a black dude have a full-fledged argument with his 2.5-year-old daughter in the street yesterday.
About what?
About girls and boys. She goes,
you were with me.
Oh, you were there for this? Oh, yes, we were together. This fucking guy, his 2.5, we're crossing the street
Oh, that was
together.
sort of adorable what he was saying.
But it was weird. His 2.5-year-old daughter goes, I don't like boys. And he's like, you better not like boys. You're like a cute dad, right?
Yeah.
And it was cute. But then she goes, I like girls. And he's like, don't be telling me you like no girls. Like, he took it like seriously. Like, don't be saying that not in my house. Like, she's fucking saying she likes to play with little girls. She's not talking about being a dyke, you fucking psycho.
No, I think he was more trying to be funny for us.
I don't think that he was trying to be funny for us at all. I don't think that he liked the fact that we were watching him communicate with his child.
We were way watching.
I was surprised that he even knew that daughter.
We were well, I'll be honest. It looked like a white redheaded girl, and he was some sort of Hispanic black, maybe.
Yeah.
That was weird. But you know, you mix it up with these goofy, freckly white girls. God knows the dominant genes in that thing, right?
Yeah.
A redheaded black person? That's so weird looking always.
Oh, come on.
That's weird looking.
Always?
Yeah.
Is there any hot redheaded blacks?
I don't know.
Ronald McDonald.
Young Sinbad.
I imagine Ronald McDonald is black under the makeup.
No. I wonder if there was ever a black Ronald McDonald. No, you know how much makeup that would take? You gotta put a lot of white on that.
McDonald should do what they do with, that guy's pretty good looking for a redheaded.
But he's not
He
redheaded.
just looks like a werewolf.
Jadena?
Who is that?
Jadena, he's a rapper.
Yeah, he's like ginger and black.
I don't think so. He doesn't
He's
really
not
read
freckly,
ginger.
that's why. You know, he's a little redheaded, dude. Yeah, that's fucking red, doggy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yuck. The only thing that can calm that pastiness of ginger down is someone like, I bet his dad's like black as shit. Like his dad's like Wesley Snipes dark.
But he's good looking though. That's a good looking dude. He dresses like a fruit.
Well, that's his whole thing.
Yeah.
You never heard of Jadena before?
Nope.
You gotta get with the kids, dog.
Dog, yeah, I listen to Pandora. Like, I'm just on like 90s.
We're gonna talk about the Grammys were last night.
I don't watch them.
Oh, buddy, I'll be happy to fill you in.
I'm not a gay woman.
I mean, a gay woman wouldn't listen to anything on those things. You're not a 12-year-old girl, is what it seems to 100% be directed toward.
No, I am a 12-year-old girl.
There's where you're wrong, dickhead.
Maybe you don't know my alternate personality, Luisa J. Gomez. 12-year-old girl, loving life.
12-year-old girl loving life. Plus, I want to tell you all about Shiprocked. I want to talk about that. Maybe we'll take our first
Can we
break
talk about
now.
Reba McEntire being the new Colonel Sanders? It's infuriating.
Why does it make you angry? Were you up for it?
No, it's a fucking woman.
Oh, that just makes you furious?
Why do we gotta do that?
Because time's up for
dude.
male fucking...
Time's up for the Colonel. A 90-year-old
Time's
man.
up for man colonels. Time's up for only white plantation-owning chicken makers. Time's up, Lewis.
I would, look at this.
Yeah, time's up.
Reba McEntire. And I
don't know what you didn't understand. Time's up.
I'm just saying they were doing it was cool for a while. They were doing like all male comedians. It was kind of a fun thing, like who's the next colonel? And now they've jumped the shark.
I mean, if people who dress like that look like Reba McEntire looks in that outfit, though, slavery would have been over super quick. Like, let's just run that motherfucker over.
Oh my God. I just realized that the colonel's a slave owner. I never realized that before.
Really? And he gives you chicken to keep you in line. You don't understand that? That wasn't everybody else's theory. I thought we just never talked about
The
it.
11th spice is the blood of a slave.
It's black sweat.
Yeah.
It's what gives it the saltiness.
You know that they opened up after Kentucky Fried Chicken, after he sold it, him and his wife opened up another like chicken place.
Yeah.
And they were just like, oh yeah, it's fucking Linda's chicken now. And they just kept on sounding like,
The same exact recipe?
yeah, and they like got sued by the original KFC.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know everything there is to know about KFC because I worked there for 6 years of my life.
You also love it.
It's the best of all fast foods, I'd even say.
No.
Definitely the fried chicken fast foods.
It's good fried chicken. Dane in Maryland here is a freckled white girl is going to tell us which black guys are hot. Seems like a weird phone call, but I'll take it.
Which black
Dana.
guys are hot or which redheaded freckled black guys are hot?
Oh, man, she's gone.
She masturbated to death.
She came thinking about Jadena.
She had a heart attack while rubbing her.
Sinbad got her. Maybe she'll call back. We'll take our first break here, and then we'll come back. We'll talk Shiprocked, we'll talk Grammys, and so much more. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson hanging out. Louis J. Gomez, the Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to what Big J thinks is sexy music. If you're trying to get a woman in the mood, this is what he throws on.
On Shiprocked, yeah, dude.
Fuck
This is Red Sun Rising. Red Sun Rising, we're on Shiprocked. Awesome guys. Good to hang out with Ryan from the band A Bunch, man. Big fans of all things Gas Digital Networks, and fucking good guy. Yeah, they were really good band, man. Watched them live on the deck one night. Really fantastic and so good looking. They are one of those bands where they were able to walk around the boat and do plenty of like
get fucking puss.
Not even just like me and Christine literally watched the one guy like look at a girl and she's like, "Where are you going?" He goes, "Where are you going?" And she goes, "Wherever you're going." He goes, "Come on." She started walking with him.
It's a difference, like being like there's like levels of being able to get like laid. You know, there's like, you know, just average everyday dude where it's like, look, dude, you get laid once in a blue. Then it's like good looking, like dude, charismatic, like, okay, all right, he's walking through life like fucking great. Then there's like, you know, you do something important. Then you go like to like minor like type of performance like comedians. They fall into like that's like it's just like a step above like a dude with like a good banking job, right? I think being a comic, you could walk off stage and kind of have it. Then it's like real deal, like rock stars and fucking then celebrities are up there. And then on the very top on being able to get laid is just your average woman. Just a chick. Just any broad.
And then some chick.
And then some broad. She's like, I can just fuck anybody I want right now. That's how good it is to be women. Just understand that.
So what you're saying is, if you are somewhere slightly below or above average looking as a guy, you have to achieve rock star to get the
a seven.
The sex.
So what a
seven. I was going to say the sexual accessibility of a seven.
Even a 6 or a 5.5. Just sexual accessibility. Just being able to walk up because. And look, women don't think this way, so no woman is walking up thinking like, oh, I'm gonna
I get laid tonight? Yeah.
Let me just suck that guy's cock right now. I mean, I guess there
happens. There's girls who feel that way.
I've dated a few of those girls. It never ends well. But guys are creeps and we think that way, but we're just talking about, to make it nice and simplify it, it's just the availability of sex when you want it. Like, yeah, you'd be a rock star. Like, Brad Pitt can get as much pussy as like the average 7 could get. The average 7 could just fuck anybody. That's the reality. She could just walk down the street and just probably fuck a dude.
Yeah, you're right. 7's not a good number. It's got to be
7's too hot.
7's too hot. You're right. It's got to be 6 because also Brad Pitt can't fuck any chick some girl would be like, no way.
Some fucking dumb idiots that are in this building right now that would go, no, work for it. Ugh.
Yeah.
That picture with a can of Diet Coke in the head.
She'd make Brad Pitt work for it.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Fucking, remember that Metzger
crazy
joke?
I'd spread for him so quick.
What was the Metzger joke back in the day where he said, he's talking about a fat chick. She got mad. She's like, if Brad Pitt touched my ass.
Oh, you should be so proud. You should be so lucky that Brad Pitt would come off of his perch.
And touch that beanbag that you call an ass.
And take his golden fingers to touch that beanbag you call an ass. Shiprocked. Yeah, this was actually probably, Christine, would you agree with this?
One.
Maybe the most attractive, of the, like, crew, not the crew, but I mean the, the attendees.
Definitely good looking people on this boat.
Yeah, there was.
More than a couple of years ago.
Rob May tried to find every one of them. It was good ship overall, man. Musically, it was really, really good. We did very cool. I'm glad he called in here. You know, they do the Stowaways thing every year, right? Where they bring all the people from bands where the full band's not on.
Yeah. What they do is they
have an all-star thing.
Have like, basically they do like fucking monster jams, like great metal songs. They have like 10 or 12 rock stars on stage at the same time and they rotate them in and out. So one song will be like fucking, Dimebag from Pantera's here and it's the fucking, whoever, I can't name another rock star. But, and then it's really, really cool to watch it. In fact, it's kind of the highlight of the whole thing if you're not a fan of a lot of the bands.
Yeah, but this was particularly a good one. Corey Glover was on, and we have him on the phone here. We're going to take the call in a minute here, but first I want to play, real quick, just the video that I took of him on tribute night. The Stowaways were doing, all songs of people who have passed, very recently, and Lucas did a version of, Crawling, Linkin Park, sort of a cappella. like very acoustic sounding. It's pretty neat. And if we have a few minutes of it here, this is Lucas Rossi doing Crawling on Shiprock. Everybody, that's Lucas Rossi.
That's incredible.
Me and Lucas, of course, did the Comedy Jam on Comedy Central. Lucas, my good friend, you on the line, buddy?
How are you, bro?
There he is, man. And we just listened to you doing Crawling on the Boat, man. Absolutely amazing. Oomph. I love the jumping into the audience, the whole thing. God, I envy rock star stuff.
Oh, man, dude, that was, you're right. I was listening to you a few seconds ago saying, like, about, you know, this journey of Shiprock, and I think it was the most touching one, man. Like, to have, you know, a night, an ode to, like, all the people who really, like, made me, you know, who I am today. I'm part of those people. And, you know, Scott Weiland. I mean, these are legends of our time, dude, and for me to have that opportunity to kind of shut down the boat, the last song, and to be able to do that was just fucking so overwhelming and really, really, really cool, man. And I think more, I mean, I was tearing up singing it, but I think more dudes cried than the ladies. And you know what? That's a big thing, man.
That's very, very true. Yeah, no one got laid that night. Well, like, who's this pussy I'm married to? Why does he have a neck tattoo?
A bunch of guys started blowing each other.
Well, I'll tell you what's really hilarious. Also, Lucas, I'm sitting here with Louis J. Gomez, who was supposed to be on the boat, got the flu, and couldn't come. He's 1/3 of our other podcast, Legion of Skanks. And so he's sitting here with us, too, watching the stuff.
Got the flu and didn't come. Welcome to my sex life.
Hey-o. Lucas is a good audience.
You can get the flu from blowjobs?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, flu travels right through your pee hole. Also, if you come like I do, it's like a suction first, and then I cannon it out. So,
dude, I'm rubbing this flu all over my cheeks.
Next time, use Saran wrap, dude.
That's true.
Don't forget anything.
Yeah, Lucas did that last song there with did you know Chester? Were you friends with Chester?
No, I actually never met him, man. I know a couple of cats in his camp, man, but you know, you don't really have to know that man to know what he left behind. You know what I mean? Like, that's just one song, and you know, the millions of fans around the world are, you know, they speak volumes, man. So again, I'm just overwhelmed to be able to do a rendition of his lasting moment, you know.
Yeah, me and Lewis used to go to karaoke. That was not. It was more of like a middle-aged black woman soul and R&B karaoke down by the Village Underground. And me and Lewis used to do One Step Closer to the Edge, and I'm about to break every week.
Oh,
and we
in like a hip hop club? I'm sure that went over well.
It wasn't really hip hop as much as it was. They really wanted to hear like, you know, like early like Rex and Effects type stuff. They want to hear like the Rump Shaker.
Another night, nobody got laid.
Yeah, no one got laid. We almost got jumped though, which was pretty cool. Your new band, tell us real quick about it. Stereo Satellite, I know, is comprised of you and some members of Adrenaline Mob. And I'm missing his name actually. Speaking of guys crying, your guitar player from Disturbed, and remind me his name again, Lucas?
John Moyer.
John Moyer. What's really cool in that video I have of you singing Crawling is at the end of it, as soon as you're done, you actually hear John say the words, he's like, I'm not crying, you're crying. Like he was
I know, I was about to say that. Dude, I spoke to him about that today. I'm like, dude, is that you? At the end, being all
Yeah, he was. So tell us about Stereo Satellite, about all the stuff coming out for it. I see we have the Glass Houses video up here.
Right on. Yeah, man. I was pleasantly surprised to get a call from a friend of mine who was, in that camp, Mike Orlando and what have you, who's my guitar player. And he called me, it was like midnight. And, midnight for musicians and comedians is a shady fucking hour, okay? So,
oh, yeah, it's usually getting pretty crusty by that time.
Yeah, so, my phone rings, and I'm like, hell no, I don't see it, a name, whatever. But something told me, you should take this call. So, God's crazy in his ways, man. So, I answered it, and it was my buddy. He was like, hey, man, I got this band that they have this music. And, I feel weird calling you and asking, but would you be willing to, listen to it? They're looking for a singer. And I told them about you, and I was like, yeah, sure, man. I love the guy, so I was like, I had to listen. And I'm like, this sounds like shit that I write in my studio every day, except I don't got to actually record it.
Right.
I can fucking just sing and do my fucking what God put me here to do. And I was just, it was really fucking awesome to hear, guitar solos and nice fucking song structures and what have you. Anyways, long story short, 3.5 months later, me and Mike Orlando recorded an entire record. We actually have almost 2 records, man. It's just been the right thing and the right combo of songwriters, you know what I mean? So it happened so fast, and we have everything, management, and God has his hand on this, you know what I mean, Jay? Once in a lifetime you get that.
Absolutely.
Supernova was the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life because, look, I got to meet all these beautiful fucking fans around the entire fucking world, really.
That's where I fell in love with you.
I was going to say, I got to be on stage with my
International Waters.
Yeah, it was International Waters. We could have done gay stuff on that boat.
Yeah, no, you can eat it. You can eat a bag of dicks on International Waters and not get any flack for it.
Lucas, you're beautiful and small enough that if we fucked, I wouldn't even feel that gay about it, quite honestly.
No way, dude.
Yeah, no eye as long as there's no eye contact. Dude.
No. No, it's all look away.
He's way hotter than half the girls you fucked.
Yeah, he's true. He is. He's about a third the size of most of them I fucked. Stereo Satellite is the new band. Is there an EP out, or do you have a full album already ready to go?
There are songs on iTunes. We're gonna drop the album in April, so just stay tuned, guys.
And you're gonna be hitting the road?
Oh, absolutely, man. We're actually, I don't want to really say it, but we're supposed to be touring with a massive band right now. So I will let you know, and then maybe we jump back on the fucking podcast and go cray-cray.
Dude, absolutely, man. Thank you so much.
Say hello to Big J. Hold on, I want my son to say hello to you, man.
Sure.
His favorite comedian. Say, hi, Big J. Hi, Big J. Yeah.
I love you, buddy. Thank you so much for calling in, and we'll talk to you really soon. Good luck with everything, dude.
All right. Love you, JJ.
Love you, buddy.
Good, man.
Bye, Lucas. Lucas Rossi, everybody.
Fuck yeah, dude. God's got his hands in that album, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, didn't...
No, I'll tell you what, and we, and I didn't even say the band is comprised of, I said, John Moyer and surviving members of Adrenaline Mob, because Adrenaline Mob was the band that David Z was in. And, David Z passed away when that tour bus was pulled over to the side of the road to change a tire, and an 18-wheeler came crashing into it.
Is that why he just said that God had his hand in it?
Yes, God took out David Z so there could be a band. That's just things to say.
We wouldn't have Stereo
Satellite.
Stereo Satellite if God didn't.
I think Lucas Rossi is one
David
of the. I think he's one of the most badass rock stars. I just like the way
he's very talented. His voice is fucking no joke. And is he still married to that porn star?
Yeah, Kendra.
Good for him. God bless his soul.
No, yeah, and she's fucking hot as shit.
Smoke
still.
show, yeah, dude.
yeah, man. She was on she comes in the boat every year.
But you gotta.
She was always a little icy. I never thought she
You can't
quite,
be a fucking rock star and date a gross chick. You see that once in a while. What's his name? Wolverine is married to some old fucking, just not attractive
Oh my
woman.
God, I know. Why would he stay in such great shape?
What's the point of it all? I would just go become an old fat guy. I'd be like, okay, this is what we are together now.
Well, it's going to kind of lead us into, and by the way, to close the Shiprock thing, really, what was really hilarious, some poor guy got his face smashed by a drone.
I heard.
Yeah, which was, sort of a bummer. But Rob Mayu was on the comedy shows were fantastic. Thank you to Al McManus, Alan Koenig.
Yeah, I really feel
everybody
bad
involved,
that
man.
you guys, I mean, like, look, dude, I love the Shiprock family. I love being a part of it. This was the first year that I felt like Legion of Skanks was invited on as a thing.
It was.
Every other year,
such a thing.
and whatever, it is what it is, but every other year up until this year, it's always been kind of like Big J's been invited on, and you kind of said, hey, can we do our podcast as well? And they go, fine. Each year we get a little bit of money. This was the first year they booked us as a thing. Mine and Dave's individual names were on like all of the t-shirts and all the posters.
All the merch.
And I just feel bad that they had to have Rob Mayu in my place. What a fucking letdown. Holy shit. Rob fucking Mayu. I love him. He's the nicest guy in the world, but holy shit, what an annoying show that had to be.
He did a very good job. Him and Zach Amico, man. Zach
there's
Amico.
no way.
They were able to fill in for you and Dave.
He's a good comic, Rob Mayu, but he is extraordinarily unlikable and not easy to be around. So I can only imagine.
The rest of the people dealing with it on
Just
the boat?
like the whole thing, the whole experience of Shiprocked is like, yeah, you get to see him perform, but you know what? Performance doesn't even matter, man. Of course, we can see him perform anywhere in the world, but it's about the hang. You get to really be up and close and personal with your favorite, and then they're just hanging out with fucking Rob Mayu, and Rob's trying to fuck everyone's girlfriend. It's like, get this fucking guy away from me.
Rob's more the guy who keeps informing you that every guy's girlfriend wants to fuck you.
Nobody wants to fuck you, Rob. You won't fall for it. That's it.
He does all right.
No,
he did all right on the boat
for it.
Oh.
He will whittle them down.
With what?
Get pussy.
How?
His big wooden teeth. I don't know.
Big wooden teeth like George Washington. He never lies. He has wooden teeth.
Yeah, dude.
Rob did a good job on the shows. He did. Him and Zach both did very well on the shows. And they had a good time. They both had a good time. Everyone had a good time in their own way. Zach was a little weirdo about it. Zach was kept to himself a lot. And then it would have
Zach was finally felt like he was a normal kid in school.
He really did. He did feel very like he was supposed to be there. It was like, this was like his dog park. Taking Zach to the dog park and let him smell the butts of the other Zachs.
It's like in like Planet of the Apes when they take Caesar to the thing and he's like running around, he's excited, but he slams on the walls and he realizes that he's just in a fucking cage, captive.
It was cool because Zach was having people come up to him because there's a lot of Gas Digital people on that boat, so people knew him from the Real Ass podcast, and people were excited to see Zach Amico. So it was cool to see that happening too. There were people that watch Roast Battle every week that were excited to meet him. So
he's also the only place where Zach was the second most famous Zach for hanging out.
That sucks. Zach!
Oh. Yes. Man, we're so excited Zach's here. Thanks! Not you. Zach Wild. He was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That big Viking. You gotta like Black Label Society.
Yeah, they're great, dude. He's also such a great performer. So great. I watched...
Christine just made me mentally flicks bean the entire time.
I watched Zach Wild last time I was on Shiprock 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking dick level. His dick was touching my nose. Yeah. Cause you get that type of access when you're an artist.
Yeah, so you get dick level access.
Dude, he's playing like grinding to my fucking nose. Like, just hard. Yeah. As hard as he could fucking play.
Beating dick against the zipper of those black jeans.
It was for me, dude. It was he was making eye contact.
Lewis, this is for you. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Both times. POD, the whole thing, man. It was really good. I didn't get to see much of Seether and Stone Sour. I didn't see too much of.
No.
At all, but Corey Taylor's unbelievable. The whole thing was pretty fun.
We gotta do our own fucking comedy.
You guys were sorely missed.
We gotta do our own comedy cruise. Get the Bonfire, get like all the big podcasters we know.
Yeah.
And put together just a fucking huge,
Bert Kreischer's dream.
I know. Event at sea. And do it. Why not? What is the difference?
I don't know.
What is the fucking difference?
Overheads? I guess you have to charter the boat.
Yeah.
You could do one of those half boats.
How much does it cost to charter a boat?
That's what Shiprock did the first year. They did a half boat.
What are we, Faggle-Sangs?
But
that's what a half boat.
But that is weird.
That's what John Fugelsang would do. Like, we should maybe a half boat this year.
Oh, let's be reasonable about this. Let's make decisions that don't throw everything away, and maybe we're all gonna lose a lot of money and be destitute.
Faggle-Sang, this will always be the fucking 4 o'clock hour.
Oh, you gotta dot the I's and cross the T's is all I'm saying. I'm a man who wears sock garters still. My socks don't have elastic, so I wear garters around my knees that hold the socks up.
Fugelsang's just Ralph.
I only have 4 impressions, everybody. They cover. It's also my Soder, kind of, to be kind of honest. Let's take our second break, and then we're going to come back, because I want to talk Grammys. I want to tell you about the Grammys, because it kind of comes in to something you were talking about a little bit earlier.
Because I'm not a Grammy guy.
That I found. Listen, you can't be. There's no such thing as a Grammy guy anymore. If you're a Grammy guy, you didn't watch it live because you were too busy blowing another Grammy guy.
How do I have time to watch the Grammys when I'm too busy blowing all these guys?
Yeah, I've got so many nutsacks dangling in my face. I can't see TV through that.
The age-old battle in life. I love the Grammys, but I have to suck dick at all times.
Make sure you check out Lewis with me on Legion of Skanks every single week, as well as his own podcast, the Real Ass Podcast that he does with Zach Amico.
Yeah.
And Believe You Me, which is the show you do also on Gas Digital with Michael Bisbing. The Count, Michael Bisbing. You can check all that out on the Gas Digital Network. It's gasdigitalnetwork.com.
Yeah, go get a free trial, man. Use a promo code LOS.
LOS. And follow us always at Bonfire 6M on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And hey, we'll be right back. We're hanging with Louis J. Gomez. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
The Bonfire coming to the radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson hanging out with Louis J. Gomez today. Dan Soder off doing billions. We will have him in studio the next 2 days live, though. So that's going to be fun. I don't know what's going on. People keep piling into the studio. People keep opening the door. Are you not seeing that at all? No one else is seeing this but me?
People saying.
That's what I'm saying. Is he sending people in?
I think he's trying to sabotage the show.
He certainly does not like us.
I don't believe it. I think this is all a big misunderstanding, and I think if you simply had the fans tweet at John Fugelsang and say, hey, Bonfire.
Jacob goes into his shell.
No, it's fine, Jacob. Relax. I got this. Sweet. Bonfire loves you. Bonfire fans, do not think of your fans as the Faggle-Sangs.
Just clean up your shit.
Just stop being such a fucking gross pig with your shitty studio etiquette. And fucking let your we get it. You got nice hair.
For the record, I do not want people to tweet attack John Fugelsang.
You're a radio guy. Why do you have nice hair?
He does have fantastic hair.
Unnecessary.
He's also the host of Page 6, which is on TV.
He's on TV too? I was trying to big dog Jay in that way too?
Oh yeah. He big dogs me like that too, yeah.
Wow.
Comes in here wagging his TV dick around this radio space.
I
don't like it.
Cinemax's Trillions.
Yeah, so he's got something a little near us. Do not tweet attack John Fugelsang, please.
No, we know. That's what I said. Don't.
I know, but you're saying it. We all get what you're doing.
What do you think I'm doing, Jay?
We know what you're doing.
What, is it opposite day or something?
Hey everyone, don't send me money. I don't want any. I hate it. Stupid.
Why would anyone want money?
Money's so dumb anyway. I wish Dana would call back about this freckly girl with talk about handsome black guys.
Hey Dana, can you just take your finger out of your vagina for just 1 minute?
For 1 minute.
Jesus Christ, dude, your fans are real
Put it in your butt and then call us.
You said that to me before the show
I think
all the females that watch the show are real whores.
Never said that ever.
Before the show started.
That didn't happen at all. You weren't here before the show started. You walked in while I was already doing the show. You were texting me.
Fuck, I'm not good at improv.
That's not true. You're fantastic at improv. That's why you're the king of podcasting with Legion of Skanks, Real Ass Podcast, and Believe You Me, all on the Digital Network.
And technically, the Roast Masters is also a podcast as well.
That is true, which me and you also do together.
Yeah, you can listen to that. Me and Big J host it every Tuesday night at the Stand. Big J is the house judge, and we have New York City's best roast battlers and young comedians tearing into each other, and it's a really fun show. I'll tell you right now, if people like dirty comedy and like edgy comedy, I think it's just a really great showcase of that, and it also showcases that people want to laugh at fucked up shit still.
Yeah, it's
so come out. Yeah, it's $5. Tickets are $5 if you go to the Stand.
Super duper fun. I Me and Christine last night just sunk in nice to the Grammys. Nobody else in here, I believe, correct? Lou?
No way.
Not even you? A music man as you are?
Nope.
I opted
No
for,
Grammys?
Cult of Chucky instead.
That's fair enough. You could have DVR'd it, though. You know what I mean? You could have always DVR'd it. Well, it was, for a change, another goddamn award show where there had to be a message the entire time. Instead of anybody having fun at all whatsoever. There was no fun to be had at the Grammys. If you were having fun, it's because you hate women. You don't care about what's going on in women's worlds right now.
Dude, imagine the 1981 Grammys, like afterwards.
Yeah.
You like literally, if you won a Grammy, they gave you a young girl to finger.
Yeah.
With the Grammy.
And afterwards, like, are we going to the Vogue finger and rape party?
Yeah.
Are we going to the Coke and rape party for which Glamour magazine? Or are we going to go over? I mean, the world is a different place for sure, but it is. Man, I'm tired of being yelled at by women. Like, stop yelling at me. I haven't done anything to you.
Well, that's exactly what happens, you know, because you back us into a corner so much, we're eventually going to start fucking swinging.
I do. I don't know what that means.
No, you know what we're saying, Jay. Come on, everyone. All the guys in the room, you're all with me, right? We're going to start hitting women.
Don't back me in a corner. As long as you yell out, don't back me in a corner first, you can punch women.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Christine's like, Jay, can you grab butter from the store? Don't put me in a corner. Finish her off, Lou.
Shit.
It was very bizarre. I'll tell you what seems to be happening very much. In the era of don't sexually harass me and time's up, all the women seem to be getting super fat now. It seems to be everyone's going like, you're not going to want to harass me, I promise. I mean, there is, except for the one girl who sings like, just, it's okay to be yourself, who's got an amazingly hot body, that Alessia Cara. Or if you heard the song, you would know.
Dude,
it.
come on, man.
What's up?
Fugelsang wouldn't be saying this type of shit.
No, he sure shit would not.
Fugelsang will be respecting these women for their voices and talents.
I'll respect them all day for their voices and talents. Miley Cyrus looks fantastic.
Yeah.
She sounded like shit.
All we're saying is that if you want, we want to have your voice around for a lot longer, so stop being such a fat pig.
Yeah, stop being so fat and gross.
Yeah. Look at this pig right here.
No, that's not a pig. This girl's beautiful.
Who is she?
She's the we're scars and we're beautiful person.
Ew, look at her fucking gut.
No gut at all.
Look at her fucking fat gullet.
Listen, you don't have to fake these reactions at all. I'm telling you, there's some people coming out here. Do you remember Kelly Clarkson, Lewis?
Do I remember Kelly Clarkson? Yeah.
Were you an American Idol head at that point? Still?
No, I was never an American Idol head. But Kelly Clarkson in every stage of her career was too fat. Now she's grown up. Yeah, she was fat in the beginning too, dude. Yes, she was.
No,
She was always
never
chunky.
fat.
Yes, she was.
She was hot. She was hot at a point.
No, Jay, she was hot because she was attainable. You saw her and you're like, you know what, I could probably get that.
I can get a Kelly Clarkson. I don't know if I ever could have got
Yeah,
a
that's
Kelly
why it's hotter. I get that because like an attainable chick is weirdly hotter.
Yes, sure, fine. More so than say like your, what of the times, like your Christina Aguilera or whatever,
dude.
I guess.
Britney Spears, young, hot, tight 16-year-old Britney Spears.
You know what? I take it back. She was not chubby.
She was, oh, look at her. Ew.
Just try not to be wrong. That is the beauty of radio. No immediate response. Just show a picture. Go, yuck! What a fat pig. All right, change to the next one. No, she was hot as hell.
No, she was chunky for Hollywood standards.
No.
She didn't even Holly food.
Holly food. But I mean, dude,
she's
now
singing to a cheeseburger right now.
I mean, now she looks like a middle linebacker for the Golden Beavers. She is. It's
oh my Christ!
Yeah,
how do her tits get smaller? How's that possible?
Exactly. She became a small-titted fat chick. It's so weird.
If you squint, it's Big J.
It looks like me from 4 years ago.
What is it? Jay and Dave on stage?
Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas and Kelly Clarkson. Look at me and Dave Smith now.
Well, also, look at Nick Jonas's shitty ears. Might I add?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something. I mean, if you had to fuck one of those two on the screen, I think you're going for Nick Jonas.
My son was watching the Grammys last night with his mom, and this is just uncomfortable. I guess Cardi B came on, And he was like, look, Mom, it's Kim, who's my new girlfriend, who's a comic, Kim Congdon. So he thought Cardi B was my current chick. It's like an uncomfortable thing to say to his mom. It's like, look at this fucking hot pop star. Fat ass.
Do you like Cardi B?
I don't know, but she is kind of hot, right?
Yeah. She is.
She's kind of hot.
Let me see. Is she fat? Let's see.
No, she's not fat at all. No, her body's like fine. She's like big, weird implants and stuff. She's just like a doofus.
Cardi B? Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, she's just like dumb. It's like everything about her I find to be extremely stupid.
Oh, this is the way my son sees Kim. I want to see this, actually.
It was the performance?
I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
I got a text from his mom being like, oh yeah, James said that he thought that Kim was Cardi B at the Grammys, haha, but I know it wasn't a real haha.
Were you like, tell him I said thanks?
Hey, can you knuckle pound him for me?
Do me a favor, send him a knuckle pound for his old man. You'd be like, no, but I can show you some fun videos of that, Kim.
Shit, dude.
That's pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, oh, he sees Kim as a real whore. Listen, I didn't realize that. He sees... I thought he sees Kim as a playful friend, but...
No, he sees her as a girl with a fat ass who dresses like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Daddy, Kim's got a real 90s style about her. I'll tell you what, poor Bruno Mars.
Said no one ever?
No, I'm telling you. This guy...
Is this him?
Yeah. This guy he's fine. He does a great performance. I'm not a fan of the song at all, but like he does his thing, but he's the only person, he says this at the end of the awards pretty much. He's the only person in music right now that's still trying to like have fun and bring you a fun song.
Yeah.
Every other song in this is about suicide. Yeah. And then sings a song with a phone number.
He's like, I'm just writing songs about color, baby.
He's like, yeah. We're just dancing and having some fun. Take a girl for a really long walk.
Here's the problem though. It's like if you're an artist and if you're doing anything, making movies, comedy, whatever, you don't want to be the fucking artist who they can use your songs in like children's movies and shit. And like that's him. So it's a little bit weird. Like I almost feel like he'll never be respected as much as like the dude who's doing heroin and writing a song about his fucking girlfriend dying and like. That's not what, like...
I know, but this guy can build houses around that guy.
Of course.
I'm saying, like, no, this guy's commercial, but listen, I'm okay with a guy who just wants to, like, fucking entertain. It comes from the same place.
This probably looks like Beatrice's new boyfriend, by the way.
Hey, that's Mom's new boyfriend, Bruno. You're like, wait, Bruno? Are you right about this one? She's actually Bruno Mars.
Oh, shit.
But no, I mean, listen.
He's super talented.
The same thing, Lewis, to me, you have to tap into the same spot in yourself that you would write this to, that you have to do to write like I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, really? Because you feel just as dumb.
It's just as silly to say that and get really behind it. That's what I was kind of saying with the Lucas performance that we played earlier about it. Like, what I dig about it is like he's not everything he did in that performance. If I did it, I'd have to give the acknowledgement of kind of like, I know this is a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
The same way I always tell the story. I think I told it on the boat of you telling me on my special, like you coming to me before the director did. I always give you credit for that. Yeah. That you were like, listen, this big intro you're doing for your special, like, come out and own it. Like, don't fucking be, because you know the instinct as a comic, you're going to be this is ridiculous.
You want to be self-deprecating.
This is stupid.
Here's what happens, right? Here's what's going on in your head in that moment, because it's not to the 500 people in the crowd. They're like, this is awesome, right? Mm-hmm. But you're thinking of the 3 dozen of your friends.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, they're all and we were laughing at you.
Of course,
everyone was laughing at you.
I'm sure of it.
But on television, to the crowd, to everybody else, it's really cool. So don't fucking make the editors have a harder job. You know, where you're making fun of this whole big thing that they did for you specifically.
Sure.
Yeah, I have a production, Jay.
You have a good production eye.
You're right.
Christine told me on the last time she ever drank that I have no production bone in my body.
No, she's right about that. Your instincts would always go to a very, very fucking... You are like one of the most, like, if you were like a football player, you'd be like one of the most talented, like, players of all time. Mm-hmm. But if we were to leave you to your own devices, you would just start running in the opposite direction like Forrest Gump. You just wouldn't stop. You're like, can you stop him?
Stop running. Said nobody to me ever. Stop running. I've heard pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Get the lead out of your ass before I bite it out, said a coach once.
Yeah. But if you have great production around you, it's fucking, you know, you'll find the funniest shit in the world.
No, absolutely. But I mean, this is the same. You're right. My point being is like, you're right. It comes from the same place though. The ridiculousness you sort of feel presenting something like dark emotional as it does to go up there and be like, girl, I want to dance with you.
It's really true. When you first tried comedy, didn't you feel kind of like weirdly silly? Like, oh, really? I'm about to present my ideas to you?
Because I did, but I also did, like, it was more hammy at the time. Does that make sense?
Jay used to eat a ham on stage.
Yeah, that was my big thing. I'd say waka waka waka, and then I'd bite ham, and I'd say waka waka waka, and it would get funnier.
Ham bone Oakerson.
It would get funnier and funnier as my mouth filled with ham, that I couldn't say waka 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 anymore.
It's a very expensive.
Waka waka waka. It was honey baked. My sugar was through the roof. But yeah, listen, this is, talking about the dark emotional, this is, Kendrick Lamar. He opened the show. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar opened the show wearing what looks as I can only describe as a smock that he got his hair braided in today or something. It looks like he's like in a karate suit or some sort of a hairdresser's outfit.
Kendrick's cool and all, and, I get it, but motherfucker doesn't have drums or bass in his music. It's just always like, it sounds like a fucking, like, it's a fucking, like, creature swimming underwater is always, like, the music to what he's rapping over.
No, he's got real heavy bass.
It's just I can never catch a beat. I'm like, what is this?
No, him more so than I know it's much more poetry to, like, music behind it. Yeah.
How can I dance to this? If I'm listening to hip hop music, I'm fucking rolling a blunt, or I'm dancing. Okay?
Rolling a blunt, fucking, or dancing?
Or it's
how often is it dancing?
It's rarely dancing.
Is it dancing a lot? You're like, you hear hip hop come on, you're like, oh shit, summer. Tell goes, anybody got a blunt? Anybody got a blunt? Oh my god, I gotta dance then. There's only a few ways I can handle this.
Yeah.
Oh god, someone give me weed. Here's what made me furious.
Why
did U2 come out with Kendrick Lamar?
These old white guys would never hang out with this young black guy, and it's uncomfortable to watch. You're like, what is happening right now?
Can I tell you why? It's the only acknowledgement of actual musical instruments existing in this entire production.
Yeah.
Besides Gary Clark Jr. and a three-piece band comes out and does tribute to Chuck Berry at one point, which is a little boring.
Yeah, I also was like, oh, we're just letting Chuck Berry slide?
Yeah. And they really they're honoring the shit out of Chuck Berry. The guy got in tons of trouble for filming every girl's shit in his restaurant.
Yeah.
He put cameras in the toilet.
Everybody's times up me too, but this guy's fine.
They pick and choose now,
Time's up, Chuck Berry. Like, time's been up.
Like Vince McMahon is another one now where he's getting in trouble.
Is it happening?
I imagine sports are all coming next.
Well, Vince McMahon, you assume that to get into the WWE as a diva, you have to suck his dick off his body. I'm assuming that's like part of the interview process. You can't even get into the offices without sucking Vince McMahon's dick.
Is that what Edge told you?
That's how he got his name.
You broke me right to the edge. Nope.
Well,
pulled it back.
Oh, gotta start over. Keep on going.
Tantra. Why? I don't know why to make these worlds
collide.
Welcome
to the greatest tag team ever assembled, Edge and Swallow.
U2 has just hung around long enough to make me hate them at this point.
I've never liked them. I don't know a single U2 song that I enjoy.
None? If I named a few, would you tell me if you like them at all?
Let's try.
Give a little piece. Give a little piece.
Let's see. Let's see if you can get me. If I'm in a mood, like, I've never, ever.
New Year's Day.
I don't even know what it is.
That's a good one.
You know it.
Let's hear it go.
We'll bring it up for you.
Let's see. Let me see the vibe that it gives me.
Sure.
I swear, I will go just fucking from the gut reaction.
I'm with you.
All right, ready? Oh, Christine's a cunt!
He's liking it. He's rolling weed. He's dancing.
No, I don't like the song.
Do you know it?
I know it.
And you don't like it at all?
Yeah, keep it going.
Wait, no, keep that song going. The chorus is the shit, really?
How does the chorus go?
I will be with you again.
No, hate it.
Okay.
I hate it.
All right, it's fair. Sunday Bloody Sunday.
No, I thought that was a Sepultura song.
Sunday Bloody Sunday?
Roots, Bloody Roots.
There we go.
No.
Different song. Completely different song.
Yeah, this isn't a cover of that.
Rambo, ba 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 da.
Come on. Let us feel that one, Lou.
They're all the same song to me.
Do you know this one?
Yeah.
May it go away.
Hate it.
Hate it.
Hate it. I hate it. I swear to God. Listen to it.
With or without you?
Now, Where the Streets Have No Name. I'm running out, by the way, of the ones I can deal with.
With or without you, I think I've heard...
This isn't Where the Streets Have No Name.
Yeah, this is. That's Where the Streets Have No Name.
No.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Where the Streets Have No Name.
Love that one. That might be one.
That was that one.
No, that was...
That was, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for, which is awful. One sucks. I agree with you. I don't like a lot of the hits.
They're all terrible.
But, I mean, Where the Streets Have No Name is...
Even, like, who the fuck likes you, too? Like, who's the person walking around like, dude, I fucking love this
stadiums of people?
No.
Every time they come around.
If you can call in right now and defend U2 as one of the best bands of all time, they just stuck around. That's all it is, dude. It's like the fucking dude at the end of the night, like, that always gets laid. It's like, well, no, he's not a fucking suave motherfucker. He waits till 4 a.m. to fuck a drunk fat chick.
They're the Joe DeRosa of music. I love you, Joey DeRosa. I'm teasing. Just wait out and get the fat chick. So you're saying their fans are a bunch of proverbial fat chicks at 4 a.m.?
Fucking drunk, sloppy fat chicks that will fuck really anybody who's there.
But this one's good. Not even one. You can't give it to one at all.
I don't know what's happening right now. Is God appearing? What's happening?
Yeah, that's the whole build-up. They're letting you know. They're giving you the vibe. You said you want a vibe build. This is Where the Streets Have No Name. I want to run. I want to run.
You're talking about Washington Heights?
Everyone's calling in.
Jay is doing a cowboy.
I call it Jay's doing a Lewis, that nice like white man overbite.
I'm gonna dance to you too.
Yeah, because there's no music. There's no beat.
Does.
There's no beat here. It's a fucking. By the way, all they've done right now is what's the guitarist's name again? The Edge. The Edge. All the Edge did was hit his guitar one time, and they have that fucking that effect that just makes it go.
And he would hum.
They're all just standing there right now on stage.
They're like a Reggie Watts.
It's infuriating.
It's like a 5-man Reggie Watts.
What a waste of $3,000 for Skankfest last year. As I feel about you too.
Nothing?
If I was riding on a giant dog through the desert,
yeah,
this would be appropriate.
Yeah, Where the Streets Have No Name. That's the only place you could do that.
Come on, Jay, get on! We have to go fight this most apocalyptic war!
Is this a dog or a dragon?
The never-ending story.
It's a dog dragon. JT in San Francisco, he'll tell you, Lewis.
JT already, I don't like you. 2 initials?
I do like it.
Easy, Killer.
I hope it's Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
How do you know my name is Killer?
How are you, JT? Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Big crush on you, Jay. Just got to tell you right off the board, so there's that. You got a little man love coming your way.
Love it.
You too. I mean, I've seen him 4 times in the past 2 years. Going to see him again in May. It's one of the best stage shows. They're fantastic. Lewis, why are you so salty about
that? You saying you're going to go see U2 for a 5th time was gayer than you telling Jay that a little man love is coming his way.
I don't think U2 strikes me as like, they're not gay. No. They're just like, I get people not being into them. There's plenty of bands that I was just never super into. U2 is actually one of them, but I acknowledge they have some really good songs.
Nirvana's one of them. I will say right now, all the big ones that everyone loves, I tell you right now, they all stink.
Well, Nirvana just doesn't have they shouldn't be so revered. If you're gonna say, now you want to get into a big fight here, you could have it out with Lou about Pearl Jam. How do you feel about Pearl Jam?
Pearl Jam fucking stinks. I think they fucking stink. If Pearl Jam, they also still tour. Like, who gives a fuck, dude?
Well, JT, do you feel that you two hung in there too long making, like, what's the last album that you want to hear songs from when you see them live?
Well, it's funny. We just saw them on the reunion of the Joshua Tree tour. That's the last one we saw on the
Well, that's awesome, because they played the whole album.
That's where I get my haircut.
That's their old shit.
That was great. Yeah, it's got to be something from the 90s. But again, they play all the hits. It's fun. It's a fun show. It's a good stage show. Plus all the stuff they do for Project Red for HIV and AIDS and stuff. It's great.
Oh, this guy's actually a gay AIDS patient.
No, he's not an AIDS patient.
That's what it is.
He's gay, Louis.
I didn't realize that. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He's very personally invested in the fucking causes that you two have.
No, but Bono does a bunch of he's definitely a big
Probably why they came out with
philanthropist.
Kendrick Lamar's. It was a whole protest piece.
It's philanthropy. Yeah. No, these guys are definitely in tandem with Kendrick Lamar. Did you like the performance last night, JT?
I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty good. I don't like Kendrick Lamar at all, so that was I didn't like him. So
Racist.
That's the flip side. I was more looking forward to see you too than Kendrick Lamar.
Well, yeah, they did this thing together. And thanks for the call, JT. I appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you. I'll try to get a poster with my shirt off for you or something. I don't know if it's possible. I like being admired by a gay man. I'll take it. That's a nice compliment. Kendrick Lamar is fucking, I like his thing, a lot for sure. But he's very, theatrical, his performance and shit. What he does is pretty cool. He has Dave Chappelle, for some reason, saying stuff in between the verses of the song.
Really?
But, Bono now officially looks like the drawing South Park did of him. Yeah. When it turns out he's the biggest shit in the world. But just him and Edge coming out with Kendrick, there's no reason for this. This compilation isn't Walk This Way with Run DMC and Aerosmith. This isn't a memorable fucking collaboration.
They try to create memorable moments at every one of these award shows. And that's a problem, because when you're forcing, you're trying to force history. You're trying to force this fucking huge, and they do it every year. And sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't hit. But
Kendrick Lamar, in his defense, and I am a fan of his to a degree, he does a thing. He's got an awesome stage thing for sure. This isn't even creating memorable moments.
This is cool.
He just does a really good. It goes on and on too. Yeah. There's other stuff that happens. It's pretty great. All of his great performances, his live performances, have been amazing.
Well, this was amazing. It almost seemed like you two coming out was just disruptive. It seemed out of place. It didn't seem like it went with it. Even Chappelle talking in between seemed to make sense for this. Yeah. The U2 thing just made no sense.
He's coming out doing old bits.
He really almost. What was pretty funny, with Bono and Edge coming out the thing, as respected as they're supposed to be. Bono and Edge, when they walked out, when the guys were going through their choreography. Pause it, Christine. When the guys were going through their choreography for the rehearsal of all those dancers behind Kendrick Lamar, they still even referred to him. He goes, all right, so then we do this and we pop and we nail it, we stick it on the floor, and then we all keep our feet out. Then we have the white boys go through, and then we come out and they just refer to them that white boys walk through, do they thing, and then we go back in, blah, 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 boom, bam, boom, bam, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, white boy, 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 ready, go, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Chappelle. Go back to the Chappelle thing when he says in between.
I live in a fucking trash can, nigga.
Hi.
Why does he have a name on his shirt? That's annoying.
Isn't that weird?
I'm Dave Chappelle.
We know. We read your shirt.
And I just wanted to remind the audience that the only thing more frightening than watching a black man be honest in America is being an honest black man in America.
Shut it.
For the interruption. Please continue.
I'm such a big fan of Dave Chappelle.
No, but it's part of the song.
Yeah, he does 3 times throughout the performance.
Hold on, pause it for a second. I'm sorry. So, hold on, let me ask you a question. This song, on the recording, do they use a bit where Chappelle says that, and those are the words in the song?
No, if I had to guess, and I'm out of school on this a little bit, And by the way,
Talk you.
Oh, we had a guy. We had a guy who was going to come on and say that U2 sucks with you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
It's just me on my phone.
Pierre in Virginia Beach was a fan of U2. Now agrees with Lewis.
Fuck
No,
yeah,
what I would guess is, Lewis, there's probably like you know how in Cult of Personality, it's like, the only thing we have to fear is fear. It's probably a recording of something and Chappelle saying the words.
Right.
If I had to guess.
I enunciated every note of that guitar riff.
Is U2 great? No. Winning pretty huge on the Twitter poll.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Yeah, look, I'm in that school. I don't think U2, if they come around, I'm never inspired to go see them. In fact, I got bummed because by the time I thought to go see him on that Joshua Tree thing, I might have done. That might be pretty cool. I mean, that's literally all their hits. They were playing the Joshua Tree front to back.
No, I bet they're a pretty incredible live band to see. I bet they put on a great performance. It'd be very interesting to see them live.
Hello.
I hate it. There's nothing.
I don't get it. You can play this though more because the next part of this Kendrick Lamar thing is pretty amazing.
Yeah, Chappelle.
Yeah, Eric in Maryland says U2 was on Kendrick's album. No, I know they do the song together because they did some piece of it on SNL or something like that.
Oh, I thought that was just a Grammy mashup. I didn't realize they were on the song.
No. It's a song they do together, but it's just.
Oh shit! They got the.
There's just no need for it.
The black chick with the samurai sword from Walking Dead is on stage.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar really is. He's gotten famous enough that he's just wearing ridiculous shit. Oh, yeah. Can you go to the next Parker scene?
Ask not what your country can do for you.
I don't have the James Corden. I have Sting and Shaggy.
No, the end of that performance. There's still more to that Kendrick Lamar thing. You dope.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, executive producer dipshit.
Yeah. Why don't you go work on Fagelsang's show?
Yeah.
This is the type of
anything you want to do?
Professionalism we'd expect of the Fagelsang experience.
You want to wipe your ass and then leave the napkin on my computer?
Too late.
Because that's what's going on here. Is this it here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after that part. Yeah, this whole thing.
It's kind of long.
It's long. He does 3 different pieces, and this was...
Does he come out separately, or this is all just
No,
one?
this is like one performance.
It's a lot.
This was the opening sequence for the whole show.
Which, thank God, because there's no more... There's not even a finale anymore.
Not your freedom, not your people, not your neighbor, not your baby, not your equal, not the title. You want me under? Oh, hell, king, kill my gun.
All these white people are just standing there stone-faced. Like, what is happening
That's
right
the
now?
best part of the Grammys to me always, when Lil Wayne and stuff used to do it, is him coming out just being as ghetto as possible and having, like, he'd run through the crowd while he was singing just past, like, Jason Flom and all these, like, just old music
These white people
executives.
that have to pretend to love it.
Where did Elton John come out with Eminem? Was that Grammys or VMA?
That was VMAs. Elton John with Eminem?
That
Yeah,
might have been
100%.
the Grammys.
No.
I think it might have been the Grammys.
How much you want to bet, doggy? Want to do a little fucking bet right now?
$1,000.
$2,000? You want to do it right now, doggy? This is it.
James Corden, I have to say, from comic to whatever he is, horrific job hosting this show. It was
We are broadcasting live
horrible
from the iconic Madison Square Garden.
First of all, why did they put a fat guy, speaking as a fat guy, who's signing off on him wearing these one button that can just about make it button blade, like these suit jackets he's in?
All of his suits were tailored the exact same bad way to the point
by a
where
blind person.
Yeah.
you almost think, you're like, oh, is this like he's like fat guy in a little coat?
Can you make me look like a pile of tires with a little head on top? Appreciate it.
You know what? You know what I need? Less material.
It's really, I mean, it's insane. They dress him. He just giggles at his own jokes the entire time. It's so funny. You want to hear like a fat on fat crime right here? You want to hear the note? I wrote notes while I was watching the Grammys yesterday.
Oh yeah, I want to hear it.
First thing I wrote was, Kendrick with U2. Why is he wearing a karate outfit? My next note. James Corden is a chubby little lesbo who giggles like a little oinky boy at his own shitty jokes.
A little oinky boy.
That's me, by the way.
Does he have a late night show you could do one day?
Similar things have been said about me on the internet. Sure. He does have a late night show, I guess, that I could do one day.
Look, Eminem and Elton John joined forces at the 2001 VMAs.
It says Grammys for the record, everybody.
No, it doesn't.
Lewis
Theater of the Mind.
$2,000.
Theater of the Mind.
We made a real in the Theater of the Mind. We had a major handshake bet, and we said this is for real.
A deep tongue kiss.
We said this is completely real. And when we come back, I want to go through a little more because I said the Kesha thing. Mm-hmm. Kesha, I remember you got in trouble with a girlfriend once about just because you said Kesha was hot and they were mad at you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
vaguely remember that. Yeah,
it was my son's mother, and then I doubled down because she was mad that I thought she was hot. I was like, no.
It was like early in your dating too. It was the first like chink in the arm where she was like, wait, you like that
She's
pig?
real hot.
But that's what's so funny about when I want to get into the Kesha thing is because she now comes out. The whole song is about like, you know, it's basically another one of those, like, keep your hand out of my pussy, you crazy producer music.
Yeah. Keep your hand out of my pussy.
But it's her thing, the whole thing.
Into my heart.
It's exactly it. It's like, I go, you're hit. The reason you're known at all is like your song's about like, you know, brushing your teeth with dicks. It's like.
I brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Yeah, exactly. If someone there looks like Mick Jagger, I'm sucking his cock on the dance floor. Yeah. Keep your hands out of my pussy. Time's up.
I was surprised, though. She does have a voice on her, which I didn't know. I thought it was all just overproduced.
She's apparently, really talented. She wrote a bunch of songs for like a lot of those Miami fucking like artists or whatever.
Right.
She's like apparently like a fucking like really high IQ, extremely like talented musician, but she's just a fucking, you know, piece of Florida trash who loves to fucking drink whiskey and do drugs.
I'll tell you, she might have quit the whiskey and drugs because she also up.
I love the fucking one song she does with Pitbull.
I like this song.
I think she's hot. I have no problem with it.
Well, she's hot. Right, she's hot in a real grimy way. Remember there was a video of her drinking her own piss? That might as well have been porn to me.
No, but we should watch it.
Oh, absolutely. We'll get it on the break. We're going to take our last break here. We're hanging out Louis J. Gomez. You can check out Louis's podcast, and Me Do Together, Legion of Skanks with Dave Smith, Real Ass Podcast, as well as Believe You Me with the Count Michael Bisping, the former middleweight champ of the UFC. You can catch all of those on GasDigitalNetwork.com. And also, if you're around this weekend in Austin, Tejas, you can catch me at Cap City. We're doing a camper meetup on Saturday. Sarah McPants is organizing that. I love her. Very excited to see her. And that's this Thursday, February 1st through this Saturday, February 3rd. Coming home the next day to watch the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Dan Soder, missing you here, but we're carrying the load. We're doing okay. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Zach Wild, Black Label Society. Stillborn. I like DJing.
Yeah, really. You just
hey, everybody. That's
cool to listen to music and then come back. Imagine that was a job back in the day. People paid a lot of money for that job.
A ton of money for that job. It's gone. John DeBell in Philadelphia, just spinning the hits.
Why can't you pitch SiriusXM on doing also a show where you get to spin music that you want to do?
I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's not really pitching a show. I'm just like, let me just ghost it. I'm like, I want to do 80s on 8 one day. Just pop in and do some 80s songs. Go on the metal station. Just do, you know what I mean? I'll go on the Yacht Rock channel.
Your boys with Jose Mangan, right?
Jose Mangan. Yeah. Jose, who's an awesome guy, who was part of Octane here. Is that what he's part of?
Yeah.
But he's out in LA now, but I've known Jose for some time. And it is funny when those worlds collide, those like all the stuff I do in like the metal community versus, you know, being like the festival stuff I've done and Shiprocked and everything, and knowing him and the comedy world. I was talking to him in the hallway here once, and Ron Bennington was coming up to me at the same time while Jose was talking to me, and it's just one of those conversations, Ronnie B is just waiting to laugh at me for the things being said. Because Jose's he just goes for a full tilt. He's like, Jay, I love about you, man. He's like, you're always flying the metal flag, man. No matter what, you always fly that metal flag.
It's like, dude,
you still flying that? You still flying that metal flag?
They're not throwing horns, dude. You throw horns. Show me some horns.
I mean, he's just doing stuff like that. And Ronnie B just sitting there like, just see him kind of laughing in the corner waiting, and then I went on his show.
Yeah.
He's like, Jay, you there? You, throwing up that metal flag, huh? It's fucking, it was so embarrassing to get, it wasn't like I was caught or anything, I just felt like it was like.
One time I was here and, really late at night, I got caught by a drunk Matt Penfield. And he was, hammered.
Really?
Hammered. And I'd never met him before. And I was like, oh, hey, Matt Penfield. Like, I just grew up on, MTV, 120 minutes, fucking,
You mean a shell of what once was Matt Penfield.
Call me Matt Pincushion now.
I'm only down to 40 minutes.
Dude, he was fucking, going into about his ex-wife, and it was like a moment out of a movie. Like, am I being punked right now? Are there hidden cameras where Matt Penfield is drunkenly, leaning on my shoulder telling me about his problems?
Yep, Kurt Loder made me suck his dick 3 times. 3 times. He told me I'd be able to host the VMAs. It never happened. Fuck you, Kurt Loder. John Norris stole my girlfriend. He took her right from me. That's right. Tabitha Soren. That girl's not nice.
Did you, use the code? I should just discuss this afterwards on air, off air. But for your HQ trivia, did you use my code?
I did not use it yet. Christine's on HQ trivia, though.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a kid.
It's got kind of low ratings as an app.
Oh, you look at the fucking ratings of apps, you chick?
Yeah.
Who does that?
People who don't want to waste space on their phone with an app that sucks.
Nobody has a good rating on their app because anybody who's writing a review of an app is a cunt.
Sure. That's true. Every game I've ever loved, when it comes on that screen, it goes, you want to write a review, say how cool it is? And I was like, not now. Why don't you make a thing that says not ever?
Dude, I sometimes, no, because you can go no or not now.
Yeah.
They do give you the option to basically say not ever. And I always weirdly feel bad. I'm like, I'll get to it one day. Yeah. Not now.
One day I'm going to write you a glowing review, Angry Birds. Oh, the bird selection to die for. Couldn't ask for more in board varieties.
It never happens. But if that
Alphabet Soup word search, you know what? You really figured something out here, man.
If that game crashes one time, I will threaten the mother of the developer via iTunes review.
Rockstar Games, you just made your fucking bed. I hope you're ready to lay in it, because you got a psychotic Puerto Rican on your ass.
Don't go to sleep tonight, motherfucker. I'm coming.
Just watch. I know where your family lays, Rockstar Games.
Tell Maggie Miller.
Hey, Capcom.
At 2225 Main Street.
I'm going to shoot your mom's house. Have you come looking for me, Capcom?
Fuck Capcom.
Listen here, Capcom. Rockstar Games.
Shit. 77%.
Is U2 great? 77% of the world says no. That is people not.
That was Christine actually farting into the microphone.
See, now Michael McCaughan, I don't know how you say that, on Twitter, it does say there needs to be a yes, but I'm still sick of them option, because that's fair. That's what it is. They've got too many hits to not be a great band. I just am so... Listen, the Rolling Stones are a great band. Are you ever dying listening to the Rolling Stones?
Fuck the Rolling Stones too, I'll tell you right now. I have no problem with that. Goodbye, Rolling Stones as well. Here's the problem with society.
Where do you draw a line? Where do you draw a line for the classics?
We live in a society now where we want to make everything more nuanced than it needs to be. We want to live in a gray area in life. We need to make things black and white. This is the correct poll. Is U2 good?
What do you think the gray area we live in? Is that U2 is a great band, but...
Fucking Facebook. It used to be a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Now Facebook has a happy face, a fucking heart. I feel so about this. Go fuck yourself.
Well, that's just... I can't get into the world of social media about that.
Shit or get off the pot. This is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Okay, shit or get off the pot.
Right.
We don't need to live in a gray area. We don't need to live in...
No, you can't say that in this temperature. There has to be a gray area. or we're all going to go to jail for asking a woman if she wants to have sex.
No,
once
but
in our
that's
lives.
living in the gray area, Jay.
That's not. That's very black and white.
No, that's not black and white. The line should be, did you get consent? Yes or no? That's the line. But they want to make all these other rules where they create all these other lines and create all of this other gray area.
No, but I'm saying that there's no, they don't want to live in a gray. They want to say, like, if anything about the night was, you know, if you were like, I was trying to leave and he said, come on, stay, and put his hand on my shoulder. They're like, well, now it's like aggressive physical rape. I mean,
they're not saying that. What they're saying, and this is why, you know, I don't want to fucking argue about whether it's a gray area or not over and over again, but this is why, like, almost the attitude there is, well, did the girl feel like she was raped? Because in that case it is. And that's a very flighty, like, who the fuck knows type of thing. You know?
Yeah.
And that's an issue. I think that's really a problem. I think, you know, with this whole Louis thing and the Aziz thing, I think for a while it was, you know, and I think this was a good thing. Like, no, get clearly defined consent. You know, get a woman or a man or whoever it is to say, yes, I want to be here and I want to do this. And now that's no longer become enough. And now it's like, well, are you in a position of power? Was it really consent? Was it, like, what the fuck?
Did your eyes say no with that cock bag in your mouth? It really is it's at hand. Well, the good news is it seems like the women of music are making themselves unharassable because not only do you not want to fuck them, but they could probably beat you up. I'm talking about Kelly Clarkson and Kesha. Kesha,
she looks good still. What are you talking about?
No, she does not.
Look at her.
No. She doesn't. She looks like Zach Wilde. Is this before
Kelly
she
Clarkson looks like Zach Amico? So.
Yeah, I mean, she really does. No, Kelly Clarkson looks like me. We have the same neck length. We have the same neck width.
Oh yeah, I guess Kesha did put on some weight, right?
I mean, she looks like a fire plug wearing a pantsuit. I'll tell you who held it together. Cyndi Lauper. Still holding it together. Cyndi Lauper still looks good.
I'm sure Kesha's doing fine. She just needs, just a little bit thick in the waist.
I like you keep trying to come around and then get another shot. You're like, no, dude, she looks really good. She's all right. She may have packed a few on because she she
looks like she like moved up a weight class.
I mean,
she's pulling a Daniel Cormier.
It looks like it looks like her gunt goes up to her neck.
But she got a very pretty face.
Yeah. The pants are really unflattering. They could have cut them.
Me and Jacob are alone here, I guess. I say no.
Not even the face? So. You don't think her face is pretty?
No!
Oh, I'm way in, yeah.
Said that I was done.
Dude, she was.
Who's the little Spanish chick next to her? Fuck yeah.
Oh, look, you're looking past already.
Oh, that's the chick.
You'd be able to see her more if you could get past Kesha's fucking hips.
They also got her, they look like a fucking, like a 8-year-old girl decorated her with a bead gun.
Also, Christine's way more impressed with her singing than I am.
I just didn't know she could sing like that at all.
Christine just appreciates a fat chick.
You She's also doing a lot of, like, this is extremely difficult to sing.
Yeah, you gotta act. It's like, you're right. No, I'm with you, Jay.
But it's another song, though, about, like, we have to rise up and be, you can't hurt us because we're women anymore. I was like, Jesus.
To be fair, 'tis the season. Like, all the award shows this year are gonna cover this because if they weren't,
stop.
But if they weren't doing it, everybody would be like, how are they not even mentioning what's going on?
And why doesn't somebody come out and go, we just want to entertain people, put on a fucking show?
Yeah. It's also, it becomes a thing where it becomes exclusive in a weird way, where as a man, I don't feel like this is for me. I feel like this is literally against me, and it's against...
Well, it's against you. Time's up, Lewis.
Well, look, I rape. What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Can you stop singing about me, bitches?
Let it go. I'm sorry. I said I was sorry. I meant it.
No, but that's the thing. You feel... You sit there, it's like every award show is now, it's like, guys are just piece of shit. Time's up. We've had enough. And as a dude, you're sitting there going like, okay, well, I guess I'm a rapist.
I know, but
it used to shit.
But it used to be, oh shit, Sam Kinnison's all fucking hammered. He's introducing Guns N' Roses, and Metallica's going to come on later, and then whatever pop thing, Michael Jackson's going to come out. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was just a show of like fun music of people,
and whatever those rock stars and pop stars did to women or children after the Grammys, it didn't fucking matter.
Look at these, just angry. Lewis. I don't know what the fuck.
Kesha needed to put. Can I be honest with you, dude? Her agent was like, Kesha, you need to start eating because this is how we're going to get people to respect you.
Yeah.
Because you're too thin and pretty. If she gets a little gross, then people are going to be all about what she does.
So, yeah. She has to become a pig, and then but not. She was a fun pig before. Now she's an awful kind of pig. Hey, Kesha,
can you look on the outside like you look on the inside?
Now, and look at James Corden guys there. He's such a fucking. He's such a.
I lent her those pants.
I told Kesha, how's the pants working out? Are they good? I told you, elastic in the hips.
They're a little bit tight, Kesha. It's okay, baby.
Him trying to be funny is so bad, and then he has to sit here also and navigate his way through this. And it looks like Rosie O'Donnell grew a beard. O'Donnell.
I didn't watch this. So did Miley Cyrus purposely come out like a school marm?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Like
she can't dress like with pasties.
What do you mean?
Miley Cyrus?
Oh, Miley Cyrus wore like a ball gown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all going like, we're respectable now because people are getting sexually hurt. It's just, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
I watched a video of Miley Cyrus letting fans finger her asshole.
I mean, I jerked off to pictures of her taking a piss while drinking beer. Yeah! I get it. I'm just saying, and by the way, I'm not saying there can't be that juxtaposition. I'm fine with that. But it's just like, it's all done for this. I'm not saying if you want to wear a ball gown one night to the thing and do that, go for it. I don't give a, you know what I mean?
Especially,
I'm just saying this is all just kind of like,
it's also weirdly
put on your glasses and put your hair up and put your glasses on, girls. It's time to go yell at people.
Weirdly,
about
like
equality.
five years ago,
it's the Grammys.
There was a weird thing, and it was women like Miley Cyrus leading the charge, right? And it was almost like hey, you know, let's be sluts and explore our sexuality and spread our gash and do. And by the way,
you could have said it better.
And it becomes this thing where you go like, well, wait a minute, time out. 4 years ago, you were kind of encouraging young girls to explore themselves and to.
We talked about this.
Do
we talked about this on the phone, right?
Yeah.
It was literally anti-slut shaming a while, and then it's saying no one's a slut. They've always been held down with their mouths covered by a guy.
Yeah, and now it's kind of like, well, how the fuck is Miley Cyrus coming out going like enough's enough when you were sort of pushing the opposite agenda on young girls to go out and be whores at
parties. Is she being vocal about it?
I mean, if she's a part, I'm assuming.
No. She didn't. I said she just came out very. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's
how do you not jerk off to that?
Fantastic. Yeah, it's great.
Hey, Lou. Zoom in, asshole.
Oh, someone had asparagus. Yeah, I didn't drop a bit.
We've all got a picture like that.
Drinking a beer while you're taking a squat piss? Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Every one of us. No, she doesn't say anything about it. She just comes it was almost like it was agreed, like, hey man, no one come to this thing. I mean, Cardi B is covered up in everything she does. It's really one of those, like, let's not go over the top, like sexy outfits today. It's just like a weird, like, by the way, time and place for it. I get having the platform to do it. Like, do a thing. But I didn't even watch Jacob.
They should make a night.
The SAG Awards was 100% this. The Golden Globes was 100%.
They should do an award show of horseshit feminist messages. That's just the whole show, and then they give out awards based off of the woman's perspective, and then we don't have to watch it, and I have no problem with it.
Do you have, before we go, Bruno Mars accepting his second to last award? It's when he accepts for I'm not sure which song it is. Whatever it was.
Record of the year, right?
Yeah, maybe. Whatever it is, he gets up on stage and he just says it. He says it perfectly. He tells him to leave the music playing, his song playing. He's like, put the song, man. It's been all ballads tonight. I want to dance. Like, what's happening?
These bitches are dark.
Yeah. He's just like, it's been such a bummer. The final song is that guy Logic singing, just rapping by himself about, don't kill yourself. It's so, bleak.
Also, to be honest with you, if you're thinking about killing yourself, go ahead.
Do it!
What am I supposed to say? Am I the only one who believes that suicide isn't this sad thing where I'm going if you want to kill yourself, I've been depressed to the point where I'm I could end it. And in my mind, I'm just going to sleep forever. I'm taking the nap that will never end. And in a weird way, it's kind of happy. And in a weird way, it's kind of like, all right, I've tapped out on life. Let me do my fucking thing. Why do we have to encourage people that are fucking sad to keep it going and to keep their sadness going?
Are you okay, buddy? There's a weird fucking ceiling we just broke through right there. All the time. And I'm just like, I'll be happy almost. There's a serene peace. Most people, before they kill themselves, they say are the happiest they ever are because they're kind of like they figured out.
Yeah, the solution. Imagine you've been trying to fucking untie this knot for like years, and you're like, this is driving me out of my mind, and then eventually you go, wait a minute,
it's
snip.
It's super sad, usually because it affects other people around you. It's a very selfish act, too, to some degree. Not that I'm even trying to take it too seriously. I'll make jokes about it all goddamn day. It's almost the point I'm making of this is like, but it's a thing. You're aware. Everyone knows there's a suicide hotline. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if logic yelling at me in a fucking tight hoodie dressed like Pete Davidson is going to make me fucking turn it all around.
For the show. That's what, next time I'm on.
Yo, don't kill yourself, yo.
No, we should open up the lines to all depressed fans, and we can be their suicide hotline for the whole show.
Oh my God.
That is the greatest idea I've ever had.
Suicide hotline?
Suicide hotline on the Bonfire.
Just do it!
Oh my God, I want to run a suicide hotline.
It would be the greatest show ever. It's a great idea for a podcast. Just suicide hotline.
And I promise.
People call in and just fucking
Just
talk
have
to
like
them.
20 comics doing it.
Let's make a pact that if a guy or a girl calls up and their story's like dark enough and goes there, we're like,
all right,
yeah, I got it.
I would also kill myself in that case.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to talk you out of it, man. I don't know. Do what you got to do.
I'm going to say that to probably every call.
I don't got time for this Harry S. from South Carolina. I guess do it. How high is your building? Just go for it.
We got Jonathan from New Jersey on the line. Jonathan, why are you calling? What's your affliction?
Yeah, put this up. There we go.
I feel like I'm out of my mind.
Joe List.
It feel like my life mine. Come on. I don't want to be alive. I don't want to be alive. I just want to die.
His merch is the suicide hotline number.
What a career.
And even if it affected his life personally, it's now like the third live thing I've ever seen of him, and they're always about don't kill yourself.
Where were you when Lil Peep muted you asshole?
Hey, you piece of shit.
Fucking cocksucker.
Did he attempt suicide and survive?
Where the fuck was he when fucking Soundgarden and Linkin Park were dangling like grandfather clocks, jerking off on a fucking doorknob?
Wanna be alive. I just wanna be alive.
You think Soundgarden was like, I wish I could call Logic right now?
Yeah, that song stinks. Imagine Soundgarden was writing these songs. I just wanna be alive.
Oh. Hey, let's get another person involved in this.
It's the very first breath when your head's been drowning underwater. And it's the lightness in the air when
it's just like, who wants to bump this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, when you listen to this for fun, when you were picturing making music, it definitely wasn't about like,
he's got a fucking corny ass smile.
Who, Logic?
Yeah, the guy.
I can't believe he's a goddamn performer.
What the fuck is he? He's got a goofy fucking white guy smile. When I grew up, okay, in the hood, in Rockland County, New York, Haverstraw, New York, we would have fucking capped this corny ass cracker for bringing this horse shit.
All right, well, I didn't know you and your Rockland friends would have killed a guy for having a silly face.
Is that the suicide hotline, the number?
Yeah.
How do you think people cranked it, do you think, that night? Oh shit, is this Logic's number?
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
You a fag, motherfucker, click.
Yo, is this Logic? Can I talk to Logic, please? Oh, he is very unlikable looking.
Look at his fucking teeth, dude. He looks like he's the captain of the swim team.
Looks like his name's Jeffrey Horowitz. You can call me Logic, though.
Hey, I got no problem with you. You got no problem with me. Let's
I do the raps. I work in jewelry. I work in haberdashery. Oh, Louis J. Gomez. How much do I love you?
I love you, dog. This was
Thank you so much for hanging out. Went quick.
Oh, do you want the Bruno? No.
Little LOS takeover.
Please, I'd like to hear this.
Of the motherfucking Bonfire.
I'm trying to do this. I've been drinking, celebrating a little bit, but this is...
You gotta go back.
He looks like Sam Roberts at Royal Rumble.
You'll see.
You see Sam Roberts in his fucking
no,
his purple suit.
24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Producer, shampoo, press, and curl.
This is going to be the best thing that was said all night to me. The most poignant thing said all night.
Christopher Brody Brown.
Now listen, I know I look like a 16-year-old Michael Jackson.
Oh, hell yeah, he does.
I'm stuck in this weird time warp.
It looks like if Corey Feldman and Michael Jackson had a kid, it would be Bruno Mars. Hey, you two. Wait. What happened?
Oh, man, thank you. Thank you guys so much. Wow.
No, I guess it was a different award.
All right, first off, to the other
I guess it wasn't that one.
Category.
I don't know. I thought it was towards the end there. But at one point when he wins an award, he does say that.
That was the I don't want to be alive way to end a radio show.
Yeah.
I don't want to be alive.
I don't want to be alive. Suicide Hotline, everybody. 800. Give him the breakup line. Give the Suicide Hotline by accident. Give the breakup hotline.
I started going onto Reddit.
I'm going to kill myself.
Goes,
you've been rejected.
People are asking for good feminist podcasts on Reddit, so I just link Legion of Skanks. I'm really trying to get us in trouble.
You'll get us there. Don't worry, you'll get us there. Fun stuff, Louis. Thank you so much for hanging out. You can catch Louis J. Gomez on all of his broadcasts. Legion of Skanks, we do every Wednesday night.
Can I plug LOS in LA? We're back out there, dude.
That's
Wednesday
right.
the 28th, doing a live podcast in the Belly Room at the Comedy Store. And Thursday the 29th, Legion of Skanks and Friends. If you're in the LA area, come the fuck out because we're going to come out. We got some big shit planned for this one.
Fun stuff. Yeah, we'll be doing Bonfire live from, I'll be in LA at least. Maybe Dan will be out there too, we're hoping. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out. Check out all Lewis's podcasts, Legion of Skanks, Real Ass Podcast, Believe You Me, with Michael Bisping, the former middleweight champ of the UFC. All available on GasDigitalNetwork.com. You can catch me this weekend in Cap City, next weekend in Charlotte. If you're going to be around, come check those shows out. And as always, follow us at The Bonfire SXM on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. We'll have Dan back tomorrow, everybody. But until then, it's The Bonfire.